Stop scrolling. Right now, look at your reflection, look at your hands, look at your face in the mirror for exactly 10 seconds. Something scientifically impossible is happening to your body at this exact moment. While billions of people on this planet are aging forward, you are doing something that defies every natural law of biology. You are aging backward, and I am not talking about expensive creams or surgical procedures. I am talking about something so profound, so undeniable, that even skeptics who see you in person cannot explain what they are witnessing. There is a reason strangers cannot stop staring at you. There is a reason old friends do a double take when they see you after months or years. There is a reason people whisper behind your back. How is that even possible? What is he doing? What is she doing? And that reason is not what they think it is. It is not genetics. It is not luck. It is not some secret skincare routine you discovered on the internet. What is happening to your physical body right now, at this very second, is divine preservation operating at a level that only occurs in people marked by the Most High for extraordinary purpose. And before this video ends, I am going to show you exactly why this is happening, what it means for your future, and what is about to happen to every single person who doubted you when the complete manifestation becomes undeniable. But first, you need to understand something that will shake everything you thought you knew about aging, about divine favor, and about who you really are. Subscribe to this channel immediately and turn on all notifications, because what I am about to reveal about supernatural preservation is being systematically hidden from people like you who carry the visible mark of heavenly renewal. And you must stay until the very end, because at minute 18 of this video, I am going to reveal the one undeniable sign that will appear in your life within the next 72 hours, proving beyond any shadow of doubt that this divine preservation is not your imagination. Write 777 in the comments if you have noticed people reacting differently to your appearance lately, and you are ready to discover the devastating truth behind this supernatural phenomenon. Let me tell you something that is going to make your heart race. Right now, in this moment, there are people in your life observing you, watching you, studying you. They see something in your face, in your energy, in your entire presence that doesn't make logical sense to them. They see someone who should be showing signs of wear from the battles you have faced. Someone who should look tired from the sleepless nights. Someone who should appear drained from the stress you have carried. Someone who should have visible marks from the years that have passed. But when they look at you, they see the opposite. They see radiance where there should be exhaustion. They see vitality where there should be depletion. They see youth where there should be aging. They see light where there should be shadows, and this disturbs them, because you are breaking a fundamental rule that everyone accepts as absolute truth. The rule that time leaves its mark on everyone. The rule that stress ages the body. The rule that years add up and show up in your appearance. You are defying that rule through your simple existence, and they don't know what to do with that information. So they make comments. Indirect questions, observations that sound like compliments, but are really attempts to solve a mystery. You look so young for your age. What is your secret? Are you doing something different? Did you change your routine? What kind of treatments are you getting? All desperate attempts to find a rational explanation for something that transcends rational explanation. But here is what I need you to understand. What they are seeing is not the result of anything you are doing externally. What they are witnessing is internal transformation manifesting externally. What they are observing is the physical evidence of spiritual elevation. What they are experiencing is the undeniable proof that when God places his hand on someone for supernatural preservation, the effects are not invisible. They are visible, obvious, undeniable. And this preservation didn't start yesterday. It has been building for much longer than you realize. Do you remember that season when everything in your life seemed to fall apart? When you faced challenges that would have destroyed most people, when you had every reason to give up, to let go, to surrender to despair. But you didn't. You chose to keep going. You chose to maintain your integrity even when being dishonest would have been easier. You chose to stay faithful even when abandoning your principles would have brought temporary relief. You chose to honor your body as a temple even when everyone around you was abusing theirs. Those choices were being recorded, not by human observers, not by social media algorithms, but by celestial forces responsible for identifying souls worthy of supernatural preservation. Every morning you woke up and chose to take care of yourself. Every night you went to bed with a clear conscience. Every moment you prioritized spiritual health over temporary pleasure. Every decision to treat your body with respect when the culture told you to destroy it. All of it was documented as evidence that you were ready for divine preservation that transcends normal biological limitations. And now, the results of that preservation are becoming so obvious that even people who don't believe in anything spiritual are being forced to acknowledge that something different is operating in your life. But before I reveal what this preservation really means and where it is taking you, I need to show you something that very few people understand about how divine favor manifests in the physical realm. There are levels to preservation. Most people, if they are blessed, might experience level 1, basic protection from disease, normal aging process, average health for their demographic. Nothing spectacular, nothing that makes anyone stop and stare, just ordinary preservation that keeps them functional. But you are not operating at level 1 anymore. You have been moved to a different category, a category reserved for people being prepared for assignments that require supernatural endurance. A category that comes with visible markers so obvious that even strangers can sense something different about you. A category where preservation doesn't just maintain, it renews, it restores, it reverses. And I can prove this is happening to you right now. Think about the last time you looked at an old photograph of yourself from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe even longer. What did you notice? Most people look at old photos and see a younger version of themselves. But when you look at those photos, you see something strange. You see someone who looks more tired than you do now, someone who looks more stressed than you do now, someone who actually looks older than you do now, even though less time had passed. This is not your imagination. This is reverse aging operating through divine preservation. This is biological time being overridden by spiritual time. This is natural law being superseded by supernatural law. But here is what most people don't realize. This preservation is not random. It is not an accident. It is not a cosmic lottery where your name happened to be chosen. You were selected for this preservation because celestial authorities identified something in your character that made you worthy of carrying visible divine favor. They saw consistency when others showed inconsistency. They saw integrity when others showed compromise. They saw dedication when others showed laziness. They saw faithfulness when others showed betrayal. And based on that evidence, a decree was issued. Not a suggestion, not a possibility. An official decree declaring that your body would be preserved in a way that defies natural aging, that your appearance would be maintained in a way that causes people to question reality, that your energy would be sustained in a way that contradicts your calendar age, that your presence would carry a radiance that cannot be explained by any product, any procedure, any natural means. This decree is operating right now, and it is about to intensify in ways you cannot yet imagine. But before I show you exactly what is coming and how to accelerate this preservation even further, I need to address something that I know has been bothering you. You want to know about the people who doubted you, the people who said you were wasting your time on health, the people who mocked your dedication to wellness, the people who laughed at your spiritual practices, the people who said you were being too extreme, too careful, too disciplined. You want to know what is going to happen to them, and I am going to tell you, but I am warning you right now. What I am about to reveal is going to shake you. Because divine justice doesn't operate the way human justice operates. It doesn't come with advance warning. It doesn't give second chances. It simply manifests with devastating precision at exactly the right moment. Your enemies already know something has changed about you. They have noticed the attacks that used to work no longer work. They have seen that their negative words don't penetrate anymore. They have watched their attempts to drain your energy mysteriously fail. And some of them, the smart ones, have reached the correct conclusion. Higher forces protect you now, which means attacking you is no longer just attacking a person. It is declaring war against celestial dimensions, and that war cannot be won. Some of your enemies will choose to retreat. You are going to notice people who used to criticize you constantly going mysteriously silent. Not because they forgave you, not because they changed their hearts, but because they are afraid. They have sensed the shift in spiritual atmosphere around you. They have recognized that touching you now comes with consequences they are not willing to face. They will watch you from a distance, observing your continued blessing with envy mixed with terror, knowing they cannot stop what is happening to you. But others will be too proud to retreat, too arrogant to recognize what they are dealing with, too foolish to understand that divine preservation comes with divine protection. These people will continue attacking even when all evidence suggests they should stop. And when that happens, you are going to witness collapses so dramatic, so complete, so undeniable, that even you will feel uncomfortable watching it unfold. I am not talking about revenge you need to execute. I am talking about justice that operates automatically, spiritual law that guarantees harvest corresponds to planting. Inevitable consequence that reaches everyone who decides to attack protected souls. You will not have to do anything. You will not have to defend yourself. You will not have to prove anything. Divine justice will manifest in their lives with such precision that everyone who knows the situation will understand exactly why it is happening. And here is what is going to make it even more devastating for them. Every success you achieve will remind them of their failure to destroy you. Every blessing you receive will confirm they attacked someone they should never have touched. Every manifestation of divine favor in your life will be undeniable proof that they were wrong about you. Completely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Wrong in a way that cannot be disputed or explained away. Some of them will try to approach you again, pretending they never hated you, acting as if they had always been your supporters, attempting to benefit from the light they once tried to extinguish. And here is where your preservation reveals its true depth. Because along with physical renewal, you have also received spiritual discernment that allows you to see through every mask, every pretense, every false reconciliation. You will know who genuinely changed and who is just pretending. You will sense who deserves a second chance and who remains dangerous even while wearing a smile. Your intuition will guide you with such accuracy that you will avoid every trap, every manipulation, every attempt to use you. This is not paranoia. This is not being judgmental. This is divine wisdom operating through preserved consciousness. But now I need to reveal something that is going to change everything you thought you understood about what is happening to you. This preservation is not limited to your physical appearance. It never was. Your appearance was just the most visible evidence of something far more comprehensive. What is really happening is total preservation operating across every dimension of your existence simultaneously. And this is where it gets absolutely mind-blowing. Your mind is being preserved from cognitive decline that attacks millions of people in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. While others struggle with memory loss, with focus issues, with mental fog, you are experiencing mental clarity that is actually improving with age. Your ability to learn is increasing. Your capacity for complex thought is expanding. Your mental processing speed is accelerating. This is not normal. This is supernatural preservation of cognitive function that science cannot explain. Your emotions are being protected from depression that devastates entire generations. Look around you. Anxiety disorders are epidemic. Mental health crises are everywhere. Emotional breakdowns are normalized, but you are maintaining emotional stability that defies your circumstances. You face the same challenges as everyone else. You encounter the same difficulties. You experience the same pressures. But somehow you remain balanced, grounded, centered. This is not personality. This is divine preservation of emotional health. Your relationships are being shielded from toxicity that destroys families and friendships. You have noticed something interesting. Certain people can no longer stay in your life, not because you pushed them away, but because your frequency elevated to a level where toxic relationships simply cannot survive in your atmosphere. It is like your presence became a purification system that automatically removes anything that doesn't belong. This is supernatural preservation of relational integrity. Your finances are being protected from crises that sink others. Even in economic downturns, you find provision. Even in seasons of scarcity, you experience supply. Even when logic says you should be struggling, somehow you are sustained. This is not luck. This is not good planning. This is divine preservation of material resources, ensuring you always have what you need for your assignment. Your opportunities are being multiplied while others face closed doors. You are going to start noticing patterns. The right people appear at the right time. The perfect opportunities materialize when you need them. The ideal resources become available exactly when required. This is not coincidence. This is supernatural preservation of destiny, ensuring you are positioned for everything God has planned. Your health is being maintained while diseases attack everywhere. Conditions that run in your family don't manifest in you. Illnesses that affect your age group pass you by. Health crises that strike your demographic somehow miss you. This is not genetics. This is divine preservation of physical body operating as protective shield against afflictions meant to derail your purpose. You became a walking divine protection zone, and this is going to continue intensifying, because preservation is not fixed state. It is progressive process that deepens as you deepen your spiritual life. The more you seek divine presence, the more preserved you become. The more you dedicate yourself to prayer, the more renewed you become. The more you live according to heavenly principles, the more evident supernatural protection becomes in every area of your existence. But here is what very few people understand about this level of preservation. You are not just being preserved, you are being prepared. All that renewal, all that energy, all that vitality you are experiencing is preparation for the next phase of your life. a phase where you are going to need much more endurance to deal with much more responsibility, where you are going to need much more stamina to impact many more people, where you are going to need much more strength to carry much more authority. God is preserving you today, so you will be ready for what He has planned for tomorrow. And when that tomorrow arrives, you are going to understand why it was so important to maintain youthful appearance, sustained energy, supernatural vitality. Because you are going to need every bit of it to fulfill the purpose for which you were created. And now I am going to reveal the specific timeline of manifestation, the exact sequence of events that is going to unfold in your life, proving this preservation is not metaphorical. It is literal, physical, undeniable. In the next 72 hours, someone is going to make a comment about your appearance that will shock you. Not a generic compliment, a specific observation about something they cannot explain. They might say, "You look 10 years younger than last time they saw you." They might ask if you have had work done. They might stare at you trying to figure out what is different. This comment is coming. It is inevitable. It is the first physical confirmation of what I have been telling you. Within 30 days, you are going to catch your reflection unexpectedly and be genuinely surprised by your own radiance. It will happen in a moment when you are not trying, when you are not prepared. You will glance at a mirror, a window, a reflective surface, and for a split second, you will not recognize yourself. You will see someone who looks more vibrant than you remember, more youthful, more energized. This moment is coming, and it will confirm everything. Within 90 days, strangers will start approaching you asking for advice. They will not know why they are drawn to you. They will just sense something different. They will ask about your skincare routine, your exercise regimen, your diet, your lifestyle. They are seeking external explanations for internal transformation. You will know the real answer, and you can choose whether to share it or simply smile, knowing what they cannot see. Within 6 months, someone from your past will see you and literally not recognize you at first. This will happen. I am telling you with absolute certainty. Someone who knew you years ago will encounter you, and their brain will struggle to reconcile the person they remember with the person they are seeing. They will do a double take. They will ask if it is really you. They will be genuinely confused by the transformation. This is divine preservation becoming so obvious it disrupts normal recognition patterns. Within 1 year, your entire social circle will have shifted. People who were in your life will not be anymore. And new people you don't even know yet will have become close allies. This change will not be forced by you. It will happen naturally as your frequency continues elevating. Old connections that no longer serve your purpose will dissolve. New alignments that support your destiny will form. This is automatic recalibration of relationships to match your preserved state. And here is the most important part. All of this is moving toward you right now, not as possibility, as inevitability. The only question is whether you are going to cooperate with the process or resist it. Whether you are going to maintain the choices that activated this preservation or return to patterns that could delay it. Because here is what most people don't realize. This preservation can accelerate, or it can slow down. The speed of manifestation depends entirely on your consistency. Every decision you make either accelerates or decelerates the timeline. Every choice you make either amplifies or diminishes the preservation. When you honor your body as a temple, preservation accelerates. When you maintain spiritual disciplines, renewal intensifies. When you stay aligned with divine principles, protection strengthens. When you keep your consciousness elevated, manifestation speeds up. But if you return to destructive habits, the process slows. If you abandon what brought you here, preservation diminishes. If you compromise principles that activated favor, protection weakens. The preservation cannot be cancelled. That decree is permanent. But it can be delayed if you regress to old ways. And I am not worried about you because your track record has already demonstrated you are not a person who goes backward. You are someone who moves forward, someone who stays the course even when it gets difficult, someone who chooses light even when darkness seems easier. And that is exactly why your destiny was confirmed as inevitable. But now, I need to prepare you for something that is going to challenge everything you thought about divine preservation. You are about to become a natural reference point for people seeking spiritual renewal. And this is where the assignment becomes real, because your visible preservation makes you official representative of how life looks for those who walk with God. Every choice you make will be observed. Every word you speak will carry weight. Every attitude you display will be analyzed by people deciding if it is worth seeking the Lord. Your entire life became public testimony, and that means you need to maintain standard of excellence in all areas. Not from religious legalism, not from fear of judgment, but because your influence now transcends your individual experience. You represent something greater than yourself. You carry visible favor that points others toward the source of that favor. This responsibility comes with divine capacitation. Along with responsibility comes wisdom to handle it. Along with visibility comes discernment to manage it. Along with influence comes grace to use it correctly. God never gives assignment without providing resources to fulfill it. And as you continue being faithful with what you received, your preservation will continue intensifying beyond what you can currently imagine. Now, for those of you who made it this far and want to deepen this knowledge about how to consciously amplify divine preservation and accelerate heavenly favor in your life, there is specific material that costs less than a pizza and comes with complete audiobook and 5-minute meditation guide as special bonus. This is not generic motivation. This is concentrated wisdom from people who have walked this path and documented what works. If you feel you deserve to amplify even more this supernatural preservation that is already operating in your life, access is available in link in description and pinned comment of this video. If you recognize that your preserved appearance is visible, divine favor, and not genetic coincidence, write 777 in the comments to amplify this frequency of heavenly renewal. This isn't superstition. This is alignment. When you declare truth, you activate corresponding reality. Your words have power. Your declarations create atmosphere. Your agreement with divine preservation accelerates its manifestation. Subscribe to this channel and activate all notifications to receive more revelations about how to carry divine favor that transforms not only appearance, but entire existence. Share this video with someone who is also experiencing supernatural preservation, because people with visible favor need to recognize and strengthen each other. You are not alone in this. There is an entire community of preserved souls being prepared for extraordinary assignments. Find them, connect with them, build with them. And before you go, I need you to do one more thing. Click on the video appearing on your screen right now to discover how your divine preservation attracts permanent angelic protection. Because preservation and protection work together. When you understand both, you activate levels of favor that most people never access. That next video will show you exactly what I mean. Watch it immediately while this frequency is still active in your consciousness. Chosen one. Now you know the devastating truth about what is really happening to your body. This is not wishful thinking about aging gracefully. This is absolute certainty about reverse aging through divine preservation. This is not hoping you look good for your age. This is knowing you are defying age itself through supernatural renewal. This is not wondering if people notice something different. This is understanding that what they notice is undeniable evidence of celestial favor operating in physical dimension. While you were living your ordinary life, questioning whether you really had purpose, spiritual authorities were documenting evidence of your transformation. They were confirming you reached the point of no return. They were officially declaring that within a specific timeline, complete manifestation will be undeniable physical reality that no one can dispute or explain away. And more than that, maximum protection was activated to ensure you reach your destination. Divine forces were assigned whose only mission is guaranteeing your success. Attacks are automatically blocked. False opportunities are diverted before you can make mistakes. Correct alignments are accelerated to meet you at perfect timing. And in critical moments, when your assignment is genuinely threatened, direct intervention happens in ways you will not always recognize immediately, but will understand in hindsight. All of this because your character demonstrated you are trustworthy to carry the transformation that is coming. Because evidence proved you will not waste the gifts being manifested. Because consistency showed you will not betray the purpose. Your preservation impressed even celestial authorities. Not because of grand miracles you performed, not because of public sacrifices you made, but because of your silent consistency, your faithfulness without audience, your integrity when nobody was watching, your dedication to honoring your body as temple even when the culture told you to destroy it. That is extraordinary. And you did it simply by being who you are, by making choices aligned with truth, even when lies seemed easier, by maintaining standards even when compromise seemed more profitable, by choosing long-term health over short-term pleasure, by valuing internal transformation over external validation. And now, those choices are manifesting as visible preservation that makes you walking testimony of divine reality. You cannot hide anymore. You cannot blend in anymore. You cannot be ordinary anymore. Your appearance, your energy, your presence, your entire being radiates something that forces people to confront the possibility that there is more to life than what they are experiencing. That God really does preserve those he chooses. That favor really is visible. That supernatural transformation really does manifest in physical dimension. You are living proof, walking evidence, undeniable testimony. And that proof is about to become so obvious in the coming months that even the most skeptical observers will be forced to acknowledge something different is operating in your life. The preservation will intensify, the renewal will accelerate, the radiance will amplify, the manifestation will become undeniable. Your appearance will continue defying the logic of aging. Your energy will continue surprising everyone who knows you, because divine preservation has no expiration date. It is permanent investment of God in someone chosen to impact generations. Your current preservation is only preview of what you will become when operating in fullness of divine purpose. The best is not behind you. It is ahead of you, and it is coming faster than you think. Together, we are stronger.